Wait, Ife, how are you eligible to help people to prepare for the IELTS exam if you have never written it? Like, how would you know how to help them? Hi, and welcome to another episode of Rika Girly Speaks. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more spiritual, psychological, and educational tips to make life a bit easier and better. That's why a lot of times when people ask me like, oh, have you written the exam or this, and like I'm always apprehensive to answer, because I know like if I say no, they'll probably be like, oh, she can't help. But that's actually not the case, and I have proof. I'm going to show a little bit of it. I will try to explain how I'm able to achieve this although it seems very ridiculous. I get that. Funny enough, I started this year 2022, and I've been able to help over, I think it should be close to like at least 10 people. I think I've been able to help at least 10 people prepare for the IELTS exam. And what I do is I especially help to tutor in the writing and the speaking part, because I know that Nigerians struggle mostly with these two areas. I know a lot of Nigerians have issues with writing because you wouldn't really have like a spell check, and a lot of Nigerians have issues with punctuations, past tense, present tense, all that stuff. So I usually try to help with that and the speaking part, because being able to speak and communicate audibly and clearly is very important, and it's something I try to practice myself. So I'm more than happy to help people with that. English has always been one of my favorite subjects. And when I was told that I really like math, or I was really good at math when I was younger, I find that really hard to believe because I don't like math now. I really like English. English has always been one of my favorite subjects. I don't know why, but I've usually just liked English. I've usually done really well in English. I usually, like when I was in high school, I took advanced English. So I don't know, I just feel like I'm the best at English or anything. Don't come at me like, I know I make some errors once in a while. Sometimes I tabon, sometimes I, actually taught English when I was doing I took English as my borrowed language subject in the university in Babcock. So if you're going to do counseling psychology under the education department, you need a teaching subject, so that's a borrowed subject. So I took English. When I did my NYC, I taught English class for secondary school students. I taught English and literature. Yeah, so it's just always been something that kind of like I've just naturally enjoyed. 2019, I was supposed to, I was preparing to write the IELTS exam. At this point, I had no knowledge. I had no information. I didn't have much information. I was not aware that it's possible for someone to travel abroad without writing the exam. So during this period, I was so, it was during that Corona time when we were serving. I was serving during that Corona period. There was lockdown and everything. So there was no work. So I just dedicated that time to preparing for the IELTS exams. I got zip files, I went online, I downloaded apps, I did so many things. I prepared. One thing about me is if I really set my mind to something, and I believe it's also through the grace of God, if I really set my mind to something, I want to achieve it. I'm very goal oriented, maybe because I'm a choleric temperament wise. I usually tend to achieve or to give my all into whatever I decide to do. If I decide to do something, I usually try to give it my best. That's just what I'm trying to say. And there are a lot of people like that, so it's not like it's something special. There are a lot of people like that, but so I just decided to really focus on preparing for the IELTS exam. So I did a lot until I was confident to the level I would assess myself, ask some different people. I went online, watch videos, this and that, and eventually, when I didn't need it, after all the preparation, I got information regarding the places I could write, the centers in Nigeria, the price, what is involved, what you need to bring. I was basically like super ready. I had like more than enough time. I prepared for a pretty long time. And also I got access later, like around, so I started, no, it wasn't even 2019, sorry, it was 2020. It was 2020 that I actually started that, because 2019 is when I went for NYC, then 2020 is when lockdown started. Yes, so sorry, so it's 2020. Yes, but going into like 2021, I got access to that's when I now got access to like programs that help people to prepare for the IELTS test exam. So that was also an added advantage. So when I later discovered that I don't need to write it, I was like, all that preparation cannot go to waste, because for a long time I've been helping people with their like editing their work in school. I had a friend who was in medicine, even like areas I'm not really like familiar with, I can help edit as long as I see the piece of writing. So for a long time I was helping people edit their work for free. I was helping people to like check out their work for free, maybe like give advice on how to like reword and rephrase their assignments and all for free. And it's not like I had an issue, because it wasn't really, I didn't see it as a big deal. It was mostly my friends and I helped, so it wasn't really a big deal to me. But at some point I was like, I can actually, you know, make an income from this. And that kind of encouraged me to go into copywriting. Yeah, so that was one of the motivating factors in me going into copywriting. And I also went into affiliate marketing later. So coupled with, you know, that knowledge of copywriting, affiliate marketing, and that access I had to the program, plus all the preparation I've done for IELTS exam, and I knew a lot of people that needed help with it, or I knew a lot of people that wanted to write the exam. I was like, you know what, I have some free time, why not help you with this? So it started off as something that I did for free, like mentorship. After a while I'm just like, I can actually, like, because I'm investing time, energy into this data, you know, to come online and all. So I now started to just start charging a little bit, but even what I charged was peanuts, to be very honest. But the program was also something that I kind of like helped to sell. The program, the high score IELTS program, just, you know, putting all those things together, I was able to successfully help people to prepare for the IELTS exam. And I'm so glad that it's not something that like I later look back and I regret, because there's some decisions I've made in life, like there's some things that I've done that I felt like it would go well, but I now look back and I'm like, oof, it did not go well. And for the IELTS exam, no, I've really gotten a lot of positive feedback, and a lot of people, you know, after taking the exam and they do well, some people would share their scores with me, and they'll just tell me thank you, this and that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not really doing much, because it's mostly online, you know, it's not like I see them face to face, but I just try to help. I just try to help the person as best as I would. I try to feel like that person is me, and how would I want someone to help me if I'm trying to prepare for such an important exam? So that's just it. A lot of people wonder like, oh, if you're always like advertising IELTS, you're doing this, you're doing that, but you never wrote the exam. Well, I might have not written the exam, but I believe that if I were to write the exam, I have all the resources and the tools necessary to be able to do well on the exam. So I just try to pass that on to other people that need to write the exam, because not everybody might be able to get away with not writing like I was. So for those that have to write, why not just help them? But yeah, that's just it. And I still am available to help. However, I'm super like busy right now, and I'm in school, and there really isn't much time, school work, so I don't really help people with the like with preparing. I don't actively help people like tutor and mentor people with the speaking and writing, but I do try to send resources that I have, some that are free, others that you have to pay for, but mostly those that are free, because I know things are difficult for people. I still try to send resources. If you're writing the exam, you know someone that's writing, what I do now is I just send the resources that you can use to assess yourself that I was able to use, and then I send some links, and then I'm like, okay, just, you know, try some sample answers and send me the essays. I'll look through and I'll give you feedback. That's basically what I do now. And I don't really charge for that because, you know, but when I do go full back, like if I do decide to like go back to like actively like full on mentoring people, it's definitely something I would have to charge, because it's value that is being offered and it can't be offered for free, you know. So that's just it. Yeah, so I hope this clarifies a lot of questions that people may have about how I'm able to help people prepare for the IELTS exam when I haven't written it myself. May still not be good enough of an explanation for some people, but it is the way it is, and I'm just glad that it's not something I regret, and I'm really grateful that people have been able to do well with the mentorship and the resources that I offer. I just thank God for that. So that's just it. Yeah, so if you have any questions or anything, any comments, put it down below. Please don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Though much more juicy, interesting content is coming up, so don't miss out on it. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye.